The Federal Bureau of Prisons confirmed to us earlier today that Ed Burke had been released from prison. One source telling me they got word at about 10 o'clock this morning that he was out. But at this moment, his exact whereabouts are not known. We're here at the Salvation Army halfway house. But right now, if Burke is coming here, and we don't know that yet, but we have not seen him. Once powerful Alderman Ed Burke traded in his famous pinstriped suits for a khaki prison jumpsuit last September. He was sentenced to serve 2 years behind bars, and in the federal system, inmates typically serve 85% of their sentence, which would have been about 20 months. But for undisclosed reasons, the Bureau of Prisons released Burke from the Thompson Correctional Center in western Illinois earlier in the day after he served less than 10 months. One former federal prosecutor says Burke's early release could be the result of federal prison reform legislation that factors in age and risk of recidivism.
They are considered low-risk offenders, and so there's this idea that these types of individuals, we want to give them a second chance or an opportunity to reintegrate into society.
In December of 2023, Burke was found guilty by a federal jury on 13 of 14 counts of racketeering, bribery, and extortion for abusing his position as the powerful chair of the zoning committee to shake down businesses and line his own pocket. During his sentencing, the judge reviewed hundreds of letters written on Burke's behalf. Prosecutors asked the judge to send a message with the sentence that corruption does not pay, but now, after serving less than half of his sentence, Burke is out. The Bureau of Prisons releasing a statement confirming Burke has been released to community confinement, adding, "Community confinement means the individual is in either home confinement or a residential reentry RRC or halfway house." Whatever halfway house Burke goes to, he would only likely be here a day or so, since he'll have a home to go to.
And with respect to him serving his sentence, this isn't a situation if, he's released that he's going to be able to be free about in society. He still will have very strict conditions that he will be under. He would just be serving his sentence in his home.
In speaking to numerous sources, they told me there are a variety of different ways that the release could have happened. He could have been transported via a Bureau of Prisons van and dropped off at a halfway house, or he could have just been released to the custody of family or to his lawyers and given a date and a time by which he has to report. But as of now, no signs of Ed Burke here. His term of supervised release would end in February of 2026. Live in Humboldt Park, Craig Wall, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.